there was a lot of tweaking to the show when it was first created. And, but as word got out, what was going on, you know, Hollywood's a very small community, actually. Everyone kind of knows each other. A lot of people work with each other. The writers know each other. Studios know what's going on at the other studios. Word got around of the quality of the show and what it was looking like and what these bookings were like. They were so much fun. So everyone started to want to come to do the show. So the booking sessions started to get really interesting. I mean, there were really good actors coming in. And after, like, I think the 100th episode, Warner Brothers took out a 2-page ad, I remember, in Variety to thank everybody who'd been involved in the show. And the list of actors' names was just incredible. When you saw them all spread out like that, you thought, God, everyone in town has come in on this show. And that's what it got to be like every week. It was really fun to do because you never knew who was going to walk through the door. And there was a real element of play in the room. Warner Brothers likes to get actors all together in the recording room together. Disney likes separate recordings. You're alone in a booth, you create the character yourself. And in post-production, that gives them a lot more control because they have 100% clean takes of each voice. So it gives the editors ultimate control on what they edit and link together, loop together. With Warner, when you're all recording in the same studio together, there's a lot of, there'll be overlaps, it's a lot more complicated technically for the editors, but the performance quality is, I think, 10 times better. Because you just get actors feeding off of each other, and that's what acting's all about. Part of the reason I think I was successful with what I did was because I had Mark Hamill to work off of. And Mark has said the same to me. When we get in a room together, we're both twice as good as we would be if we were alone. And the same was true of a lot of the other actors that they brought in. They brought in, Andrea Romano, who cast and directed, is the best in the business. She did Pinky and the Brain, Animaniacs. I mean, the list is just, right now I think she has 7 different shows she's working on. So she got to be kind of legendary herself in who she could get to come in. So that's how the show evolved. And ultimately, the only reason they stopped doing Batman the Animated Series, the original show, was because Bruce and Paul kind of ran out of ideas. The studio wanted more, the actors wanted to do more, the audience wanted more, everyone wanted more. Bruce just kind of got burned out and wanted to do something different. So they did Batman and Robin, and then the Justice League, and then they went to Batman Beyond. So it evolved over time, but it was just because, you know, think about it, story ideas. How do you come up with hundreds of story ideas? You ultimately run out. And that was the only reason they stopped doing the original show. Because it was, when it ended, it was still hugely popular.